Hey guys, we're back again. This is Max Headspace 9mm, and I've got a friend with me today. His name is Yumpin Yiminy Foy, the Tactical Cowboy.
Yumpin Yiminy.
So we're just kind of talking about things, and we think this is a good forum to share that with you, what our opinion is. And I got a question, Yim.
Yes.
What do you think is the ultimate carry gun, concealed carry pistol for the American? What do you think?
Well, the LC9.
LC9 is the ultimate?
No way, man.
No? Well, there's
the Glock 26.
The Glock 26. Well,
right.
It's interesting you say that because I kind of have an affinity for the Glock 26 too. Now, I'm not trying to out you, but do you say you like the Glock 26 because you carry or you secretly yearn to carry a Glock 26?
I carry a Glock 26.
You do?
I do.
Where do you carry it?
Right here. I think they say 3 o'clock.
Well, okay, that's good. How do you carry it?
Mexican carry. That's not racist.
Back here, Mexican carry?
Yeah, I'm going to pull it out.
Is that even possible?
I'm going to pull it out. Okay, so I don't use a holster. Clear, right?
Yes, it is clear. I see that. Very clear.
Sorry if I swept you. All right.
No.
So I just shove it in my pants like that.
With this clip.
Yeah.
Oh, and it stays put pretty good?
Yeah, it does.
That's I would call that naked carry. You know, I don't know that we need to get referential towards any particular nationality in this carry, but this is what I would call naked carry.
Well, I didn't make it up, but anyway, they're pretty thick, you know. So I mean, it's the size of a full size, just shortened on both ends.
And you don't add width to it that way. You don't add the width of the holster, just the gun. It's just you and the gun in an intimate
So it
embrace.
Clips up against me. It can't get any tighter. I mean, up against the belt in this. I had a leather holster. It was a little too tight. It's a little too much. I'm not exactly a heavy guy with a lot of cushion, so I don't need it digging in any more than it has to.
That's pretty smart. And the cool thing about the Glock 26 in particular, or any Glock actually, they don't have a lot of junk on them. They're very snag-free. They're very smooth, very simple. You know, there's nothing there to grab on clothes or skin or anything. It's just a really comfortable, easy to live with kind of gun.
Yeah, and actually, it's funny because when I first talked to you about these subcompact guns, I told you I came to the conclusion that the 26 was, the right gun for carry, and you had said that's what you carried too, which
Yes.
I thought was really interesting.
I have to admit something. I also carry a Glock 26, and safety first. Empty?
It's empty.
Okay, we have confirmed that both of these guns are currently empty, and I will safety check it by dry firing. Okay.
Was that safe? Do you want to dual wield?
Oh,
No, seriously. Okay. Yours while I hold mine.
all right. See
This
how
is
that
awesome.
feels. Dual wielding Glock 26s. That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
That's about as awesome as. That's even cooler than James Bond because he uses a 380, I think.
If I could get this on a T-shirt and that it said "respect" across the top.
Well, so I asked you where you carry. Actually, what I was getting at is where do you carry? Do you carry everywhere, or do you just carry when you go out of the house, or what limitations do you have in carry?
I don't carry in the house, and that includes the shower, and the bedroom.
But the thing about the Glock 26 that's so cool, it fits really nicely on the little soap shelf in your bathtub. So just so you know, that's the way I carry this in the shower. I put this on the soap shelf. Never can be too safe.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to open carry, and
So you came out.
yeah, I was out before I went back in, but I carried it one time open in a Walmart. I was on my way for some Jeff Gordon pajamas, a case of Matty Ice, and I just had it out in the open, and nobody said anything. So
Walmart's a different kind of breed of cat, you know.
It's true.
People
But-
going into Walmart expect anything to happen.
Yeah. So, it's not like a 1911 or anything like that. And I actually, I'm going to jump ahead. So I used to open carry in this Serpa. And so it's a Black Hawk down. And this, right here, this is all you saw on my person. And I just don't think that looks very threatening. So
No.
nobody really gave me any dirty looks, so I did my shopping and left. And, other stores I've worn it in, but once I got my concealed carry, I just started tucking it in my trousers.
Can I ask you a really personal question? Why a Glock 26 and not a Glock 27? This is really personal because a lot of people fight and argue over caliber. So I respect different calibers.
First off, I wasn't even sure I wanted a Glock because it, to me, was one of the ugliest guns on the market, and everybody seemed to be like in the cult, Glock or not. So, but after fighting it, I just accepted the truth that I do like Glock, and the cases were full of used Glock 27s. So when I saw the cases full of used Glock 27s, I decided I couldn't find any 26s anywhere. I was going to get myself 26. And this is a Gen 3, right? So
Gen 3 forever.
is that what yours is?
Yes. I like non-replaceable back straps, and there's nothing simpler than this. And I do like finger grooves because it fits my hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, the 4s are all, what do you call that, reverse stippled or whatever. And I had the option of getting a 27 Gen 4, brand new. Well, almost brand new. So the lady had taken it out, fired a few rounds, and decided it was too snappy. She brought it back. It was on sale for $400. So I could have gotten the 3 magazines and all the
Wow.
doodads. But I paid,
You would have paid it back later on in extra ammo costs.
so I paid $525 for the Gen 3, brand new. And I thought that was well worth it. It's a dedicated 9, and some people say, you could get a 40 and put a 9mm barrel in it if you wanted to, but I just wanted a dedicated 9.
That's an extra cost for something you may not really use that much.
And you probably wouldn't.
You'd probably go to 9 and just stay with it anyway, eventually. Well, do you care as to why I picked the 26?
Yeah, I want to know why you did.
Versatility. This thing will do anything. This will take any mag of any of the larger 9mm double stack Glocks. So a 19, 17, all those Glocks, they will fit. And if I want to use a drum, even that'll fit. So if I want to shoot 50 plus rounds, and actually this drum will hold, I've had 54 in here before. I can do that with this gun. But
Could you conceal carry with that?
I can, but I don't. That's just nuts. That's just crazy.
Would you wear a fanny pack to do it?
Well, yeah, that might be really tempting.
Would it say LA Gear on the fanny pack?
But here's the thing, you've got a flush mag, a tiny little gun that'll do anything a bigger one will do. All the magazines will fit in this, so you have all the options. And here's the thing a lot of people don't realize. This little tiny magazine, flush, will hold 11 rounds. Do you hold 11 rounds in your magazine? How many do you hold?
Mine holds 10.
10. That's what the website and everything says, standard capacity. But let me prove to you, this is a standard Glock 9mm magazine. I have ball ammo in here. So let's count together how many we can get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 rounds out of this magazine. And you want to know how I do it?
11 is better.
11 is better. It's like a guitar amplifier that goes to 11 instead of 10. How I do it is a very simple modification. It takes about 50 seconds depending on how quick you are with your hands. I take off the floor plate.
Which is a challenge in itself.
Yes, it can be a real challenge. But if you ever clean these things, you have to take off the floor plate anyway. So the next time you clean your itty bitty Glock 26 magazine, take out this stupid thing, and you'll be able to get one more round in there, and you won't miss it, I promise you, because this thing is not going to come off easily, especially if you have rounds in there. It will not come off, I promise. I've been shooting with these magazines for about 5 years now, and I've never had the bottom plate want to migrate off for any reason. So now I have an empty magazine and an empty gun. So here's my next question to you. Yeah. Do you carry a backup?
No.
You don't?
No.
What about the LCP? Wouldn't that be a good backup gun?
No.
The truth of the matter is, I agree with you. With a Glock 26, you don't need a backup. But I have to admit something, I do carry a backup gun.
Do you really?
Yeah, nobody knows. Even my closest friends don't know, but I'm coming out today. I do carry a backup gun.
5.56?
No. Do you want to?
Where do you hide that?
I'm going to reveal for the first time today on YouTube where Max Headspace 9mm carries his backup gun.
Do I want to see?
Well, you can close your eyes if you want to. Here's my backup gun.
That is a backup gun.
Yes. Backup gun to the Glock 26. What I do, if I'm in trouble and I run out of ammo, I can pop this mag.
Is that a 50 BMG?
No, this is a 17L, Glock 17L, 9mm. But even the Glock 26 can use this magazine. So nothing is impossible for this gun. It is
Nothing.
the ultimate
Nothing.
firearm. And modifications. Now I notice you've got some modifications on yours.
Really just one. Well, no, that's not true.
It looks
not
very
true.
different. It looks like a Glock Gen 8 to me. So
That's coming.
I know
Give it
someday
time.
you're way ahead of the curve because you've got this modification.
Am I holding this up?
Yeah, let's hold our guns up. See if the audience can see what it is that's different about these two
One of these
guns.
guns is not like the other.
So this is standard. Mine is modified over the years with wear. I do this by carrying, but I have not done any actual modifications other than removing that floor plate out of mine. So you have rounded off your trigger guard. I
Oh
see.
yeah. Yep.
That looks really different. It almost looks like a Smith & Wesson or something. It really makes a big difference.
Well, this
how
is one of the turnoffs. You know, like what you got here.
you don't
I
like
know
that?
CZ's doing that. Yeah, Glock is notorious for it. I just don't care for it. I think it grabs, like, you know, I don't want to sweep you here, but when you put this in a holster of sorts, it's like leather, that will, especially when you pull the gun out and that leather pinches shut when you're doing the concealed carry, that finger groove or whatever has caught and caused problems. You can't re-sleeve your gun very easily. And after that leather breaks in, I've seen pictures where it actually binds the leather into the trigger guard as they're shoving it in and it has discharge. But that's not why I did it. I just think it looks ugly. You know, originally I thought Glock is an ugly gun. So these are
Well,
just
it is an ugly gun.
only a mother could love.
Yes, once you learn to love a
That's why I
Glock,
like
you
a baby
can't not
Glock.
like. Baby Glocks are even uglier than full-size Glock, full-grown Glocks. So here's the thing that most people don't like about these is they don't like their pinky not having a place to grab on.
I don't mind. It's like when I drink tea.
When I first started shooting with this, I didn't really like it, but I got used to it so fast. It's really not a big deal. You can hold this gun really well. It's not going to jump out of your hands, and you can just wrap the pinky underneath the grip, and it's just as natural as a full-size gun. You can get used to that.
Yeah, actually, I don't like the feel. Like I have a grip extender there, that Pierce thing. You can get a couple of them for like $8, and it's supposed to hold +2. I found it holds +1, so that's how I get my 11. But you know, it gives you that purchase for a fourth finger, but it just doesn't feel right to me. I'm so acclimated to I just moved that. I'm so acclimated to having my pinky under there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wouldn't have it any other way.
I've got grip extensions for this, just because I thought it would bother me. I don't even use them anymore.
Right.
Now, here's something kind of interesting that I do want to talk to you about. All the different modification parts that you can get for a Glock pistol. There is numerous different websites that sell upgrade parts for the Glock pistol. You can upgrade every single part in this gun. And all the upgrade parts that are in this gun can also be put in this gun, except for the barrel and the slide. So you can go to a variety, just Google Glock parts, and you'll see Lone Wolf, Glock Store, GlockParts.com, Glock USA, King Glock, the list goes on, page after page after page. Upgrade parts to make this faster, better, smoother, anything you want. You could put a threaded barrel on here and use a silencer with it. Anything is possible with a Glock. What do you
It's
think?
true.
Yeah.
That was one of the big selling points to me too, is if I ever wanted to do mods, it's possible. And these guns are so easy to take apart yourself. It's got like 3 pins, drift, and you can have the whole gun disassembled, the guts pulled out. And, let's see here. I just remembered here, so. There it goes. Okay. So, for those of you that have never taken one of these apart before, once you drift these pins out, your block pulls out, the trigger bar pulls out, which this is one of the most commonly replaced items. This is one of the distinguishing features of the Gen 4 is that there's a dimple on this that actually drags on the inside of the slide, heavier trigger. But that was another reason why I didn't want it, because I would have filed it off and probably voided any warranty or anything like that.
Be careful, you're pointing that at yourself.
I am. I'm sweeping myself with a lower. And let's see here. So anyway, yeah, that'll pull out with this back pen. But the whole thing can be stripped down. I've done it.
All right, if you want a really fun game to play with your kids, take an unloaded Glock. Check and recheck to make sure that it's unloaded. And then as a family, time yourself and compete to see who can strip and reassemble the Glock the fastest. My son and I do this, and we have it down. The record at this point is a little over 14 seconds to completely strip this down and put it back together again. Dry fire. It's a lot of fun. Now,
It's fun getting grandma involved.
it's fun for the whole family. I'm serious. Everybody should know how to field strip this gun. Everybody in America should know how to field strip this gun. And Austria, by the way. So if you want fun for the whole family, it's a great time. And let's see in the comments section how many of you can beat my time. It's about 14.2 seconds. So I guarantee you some of you guys with about 30 minutes to kill will probably beat that time. But it is a lot of fun. Anything else to add?
I can't think of it. Well, besides the guy at the gun store, he told me when I bought this, he said it takes baby bullets. So I said, what are the baby bullets? And he hands me a box of these. And I took him up on it. I took them home. So,
Well, wait, you got to wait for those to grow up. You can't just put them in the gun right like that. That's not fair. Those are like bullet seeds.
yeah, what do you do? I mean, they just fall right through the barrel. I
Yeah.
didn't get it. I can't even load them in the magazine.
I hear you're
I get like
supposed to.
30 of them in there, but they keep flying out.
I hear you're supposed to soak them in water and they swell up. They'll get bigger if you water them.
Well, I'll try that.
Yeah,
I actually had to go get bigger bullets.
yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, here's the question.
Just don't fall for that one.
Well, he sold you some extra ammo, so
What a jerk.
I know. Gun store owners are jerks.
Upsell.
So here's the thing about the question I have for you right now is, are you at all tempted to buy the Glock Generation 5?
Cinco?
Yeah. Does that just appeal to you or what?
No.
Do you want to expand on that a little bit?
Why should I? Perfection right here. I mean, they even have the hats that say perfection. So it's just marketing at that point. When you say you have a perfect gun and then you offer something better, they're
That's
lying.
true. Either they were lying to us all the time or they realized there was no perfection at that point.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because the Generation 5 almost goes back to the Generation 1. No finger grooves.
It's regressive,
You know,
like
I
a
mean,
baby.
obviously
turning back into
it
a
was
horse.
perfect in the very beginning. So why did they change it at all? They're doing it because people are complaining. People in the American marketplace complain about everything until the manufacturer does something about it. So actually, you know what? If I get a Generation 5, I'll probably just put a Hogue grip on it so that I can have the finger grooves. But honestly, I don't like those little pokey things, because for concealed carry, you want it fairly smooth so that you can live with it. You're going to be carrying it far more than you're going to be shooting it. So I think that it's going to wear your clothes out if you have all those little stipples and bumps all over the grip.
And not to mention on those hot summer days when that presses into your skin, that's going to chafe like a you know what. So you'll have
There's
to
a
have
name for that.
Kydex.
It's Glock rash. Glock Gen 4 and Gen 5 rash.
There'll be some Glock rash creams.
Then you'll need Glock cream to treat your Glock rash. All right, I don't think
there they could have.
that's
This is
another
what the
product they
storage
can
could
sell
be
you.
for your rash
Yes.
cream.
Who puts a little cover on there? I don't get that.
Yeah, they should put a little button here. You just put your hand on it and put it on your.
A dispenser for Glock cream.
That's all I got.
And it can also work as lube when you clean your gun and you lube it. And you just put it on the slide and everything like that, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, do you want to talk about what cartridge you use?
Sure. My choice?
We can. We don't have to. We,
Well, why
leave it
don't
up
you?
to the
Why
viewer?
don't you go ahead? I see you've got your carry ammo in there,
see,
and
I
I
asked
see how
because I wanted to
tarnished
talk
it is.
about-
This looks like Barney Fife's
You
bullet
don't
right
worry.
here. It's all dark. Like,
No, see, that's a clean looking round. It's a clean.
is that Hornady?
It's a Hornady. That's
Yeah,
right.
I could tell by the way it looks. That's a Hornady.
But they're hollow points, and they are 147 grain, and
Ooh, you
I
could
was under
put
the
a
impression they were
silencer on that.
115. I don't think they're subsonic.
147 is not subsonic? I guess they're fast for
Maybe they are.
self-defense.
Maybe I should check it out. But anyway,
Yeah, that's a
I
scary
believe in
bullet.
sectional density, and this one's sectional density. If you guys want to figure that out, I'll let you go look it up. But anyway, so the 115 grain is standard, and I think that has a sectional density of like 0.13 or something like that. But the 147 grain has a 0.166 sectional density, which is comparable to a 45 230 grain. That sectional density is 0.64. So this gives you the same sectional density. Anyway,
He's a scientist.
well, you want the bullet to retain the energy when it hits the target so it can keep doing what it's supposed to do. Some people like the idea of speed hitting through and just
I
pop
like
and
my
holster
bullet to
people.
just keep on going.
That does, that punch and pull. It just keeps
No,
sailing through.
this is my practice ammo. So I just happen to grab a practice magazine.
But you know, these will open up, and if you go through an assailant and it hits a wall, they're probably going to survive on the other side of the wall.
All you
if
have
they
to do is
hit
get
with
your
it.
assailants to line up in a row and shoot the first one, and then you get.
You wait for them to fall down, and
Yes.
then you hit the second one. And,
You'll go right through them and get the second
well, the
one.
115.
If you
full
do my
metal
method,
jackets,
you can.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I think we've said enough here today.
Okay,
We've covered
yeah.
the subject, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, thank you for watching. This is Max Headspace 9mm
Yomp and Yemity.
and Yump and Yimity Foy.
Okay.
Have a good one.